We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video we're going to review episode 3 of Falling Skies. Finally, they're out of the ghetto. It felt like they were in there for a long time, but it's only the 3rd episode. And, you know, it was nice to see Pope finally get into the action. And actually having a tender moment with Tom was pretty weird. But that to me was a big deal, though. That was a big deal. They don't have many moments like that. They spend more time fighting than anything else. But Tom hatches his plan after finding out basically the blueprint, after figuring out the ghetto, the map of the ghetto that he had working on his little solitary confinement. Then getting to the ship, finding out that the ship is tethered to the gate. After gathering all this intel, he executes his plan, which is to pretty much have all the skitters follow him while everybody escapes, and a small team of Pope Weaver, and the gentleman from Johannesburg, Africa, who created the suit, blow up the tether so that they could escape the ghetto. So Pope volunteers to put on the suit and make his way after this whole discussion of trust between Tom and the small team that he put together to execute this plan. And look, Weaver right away thought he was going to run for it. Pope is the kind of person to do that, but I got to say I was very happy. And I like Pope. He's one of my favorite characters, although sometimes I wish he'd make up his mind. I don't know if this is that moment, but it was nice to see him get over the cage and execute the plan. So that was a great moment. And, you know, this episode was good. I enjoyed it. You know, we got a lot of things pretty much, for the most part, sorted out, which is good because, like I said in my other reviews, while the show so far is, you know, I'm enjoying it, I don't want them to spend a lot of time in the ghetto. I like the second master when they're together. When they're together, to me, in my opinion, the show is at its best. So to see that the team broke out of the ghetto, Anne has found Ben, Lourdes, Maggie, and of course her daughter. So they're reuniting with the second mass. Obviously, Matthew he's in quite a predicament now after being, putting himself out there for that girl in terms of, the clippers or the shears or whatever that they found. So he's still in question. But for the most part, the team looks like they're on their way back together, and that's a good thing. Now, I love the scene where Mason torches the Overlord. That was awesome. It was a fun episode. It was nice action, very good action. A little bit of suspense there as to whether or not they were going to get the cage open on time. I mean, you wouldn't think Pope's going to die, but I mean, he came pretty close. That suit started frying up. The skitters found all the people who were trying to escape. So I thought the action and some of the moments were, fairly intense. Nothing groundbreaking. Not to the point where you're gonna, you're like, oh, on the edge of your seat. But it was fun. It was a nice action sequence, and the end result was great because that's. I'm sure I'm not the only one that wants them out of this predicament. So I was very happy to see them escape. I like the fact that Ben and Lexi are really, really forming a bond with each other. The line brother, sister, I mean, that's a little pushing it, but I like the bond that they've developed, especially when you picked that up from last week. They didn't just forget that. There's a bond there. She's obviously very conflicted, and she's opening up to Ben because, when you see her interact with the rest of the people, they look to her for guidance and leadership, where she seems to be looking to him for that. So, I like that because that's the person she should be going to. Lourdes, I'm still confused about. Because Lourdes is, like I said last week, she went from being, a mole, all right, and the whole little probes in her body. Now she's like a herald, or trying to be like a herald for Lexi. But yet when she saw Anne, she embraced Anne like if they just, like it was back in the day, when they were doing work together. And she wasn't that crazy person. Because, Anne came in with the gun. She came in with the troops. And Lourdes, up to this point, had been stressing, this, that, peace, we don't want guns here, whatever. Here's Anne rolling in with the second mass, loaded, and the first thing Lourdes does is hug her. So that was a little confusing for me. I'm like, all right, where's she at? Where's her head at right now? Maggie holding the gun to Lexi was a little intense. But I think what Maggie doesn't understand is that Lexi's very conflicted. I mean, yeah, all right, she's been with the Overlord, but we know that there's a connection there because now we saw Anne's dream where she had the umbilical cord to her belly, like the exterior umbilical cord, attached to the Overlord. Very confusing because Lexi, maybe I'm not remembering something right, but I remember Lexi being born before her and Anne were in the ship. So now my question is this. Is this the real Lexi? I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but remember, little Lexi was born before they were on the ship, okay? Then she started doing all those weird things that Anne was noticing, but the baby wasn't doing them in front of anybody else. Then they get captured by Karen and the Overlord, and they come back. Lexi's like 7 years old. She's grown like, you know, couple of years and a couple of months at that time, and she gets returned. Anne and Lexi get returned to Mason and the second mass. Now we see that during Anne's capture, she was pregnant with this cord attached to the Overlord. So I'm a little confused, and maybe I'm forgetting something. Maybe Anne had got captured while she was pregnant or something that I just forgot. But as far as I can remember, her and Lexi got captured together, or Lexi got taken first, and Anne gave herself up to find Lexi. But something's not right there. So I don't know if that's just a dream, something she imagined, if it really happened. Maybe the Overlord impregnated her with another kid that she had because of the rapid growth, and now this Lexi is not the Lexi we all think it is. I don't know. But remember, baby Lexi had powers too. She was standing and doing things that normal infants wouldn't do. So that area is a little cloudy for me right now. I'm not understanding exactly where they're going there. But again, I could have missed something. But if memory serves me right, Lexi was born before Anne and Lexi got captured on the ship in season 3. So we'll have to see what happens there. But overall, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the action sequence of them getting out the ghetto. I thought that was great. I love the moment that Pope and Tom had. I thought that was fantastic because they never get moments like that. And these are two major players in the second mass outside of Weaver. So, and Pope, when he has his game on and he can be trusted, he's a very vital member of the group. So to see him do what he did and then see him and Tom, you know, shake hands, even hug, and share a smile, to me was fantastic. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed this. This was a good episode for me. I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping from this episode they build on it. I'm still very interested to see the Lexi story. That's the area right now that's got me really like, wow, what's going on with that? And Matthew, you can only hope that he comes out of this in a good position. Hopefully they find him. But he's on his own right now. I don't know where the second mass is and Tom are relevant to where Matthew is. So he just needs to try and hold on until his family and the second mass find him. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Falling Skies Episode 3. I thought it was really good. I'm glad they're out of the ghetto. I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going to go from here. And we'll see what happens. Next Sunday night at 10, we'll see what happens. Take care, guys. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to review episode 3 of Falling Skies. Finally, they're out of the ghetto. It felt like they were in there for a long time, but it's only the 3rd episode. And, you know, it was nice to see Pope finally get into the action. And actually having a tender moment with Tom was pretty weird. But that, to me, was a big deal, though. That was a big deal. They don't have many moments like that. They spend more time fighting than anything else. But Tom hatches his plan after finding out basically the blueprint, after figuring out the ghetto, the map of the ghetto that he had working on his little solitary confinement, then getting to the ship, finding out that the ship is tethered to the gate. After gathering all this intel, he executes his plan, which is